and welcome to the Old Bridge Township April 22nd, 2025 council meeting. Please rise for a pledge of allegiance. Please remain standing for a moment of silence and for our prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As customary, we stand for a moment to remember those who are protecting our freedoms, both here and abroad, for our first responders, for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Tonight, we remember Pope Francis, and also we pray for all the families that were affected by the fire here locally, down in Madison Arms. Okay, so a moment of silence, please. And our prayer, Mr. Asatuli.
O Lord, bless thy servants in the ministry of public affairs, who serve thee in the chamber. Give us quiet minds and hearts, that we may hear thy voice. Help us to know when to speak, when to be silent. Give us strength to oppose the wrong and uphold the right. And grant that we have a good conscience and soul at peace with thee and with one another. Amen.
Amen. And please be seated. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the meeting.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli.
Present.
Councilwoman DeCaro. Here. Councilman DePalma. Here. Councilman Desai.
Present.
Councilman Garcia.
Present.
Let the record reflect that Councilman Murphy is absent. Councilman Pasquitti is absent. Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Present. Council President Sohar.
Here.
This meeting is being held in conformance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice has been given to the official newspapers of the Township on December 16, 2024, has been posted in public places. Next open public meeting of the Township Council will be held on Tuesday, May 13, 2025 at 7:30 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. We will start out tonight with proclamations and presentations, the Special Olympics Winter Game recognition. Mayor Walker, good evening.
Good evening. Council, once again, our Camp Robin speed skating team has made us proud, and we're here to be honored tonight. The Old Bridge Robin speed skating team has been competing in New Jersey Special Olympics Winter Games for well over 36 years. During that time, we have had many athletes from our township that have competed in the various speed skating events. This year, we had an additional 3 athletes that joined the team, bringing the total number of athletes to 17 that represented the Old Bridge Township and competed in the Special Olympic Winter Games. There are quite a few sports that participate in the Special Olympic Winter Games, but the speed skating competition continues to be one of the most exciting and challenging. Each of the athletes practiced very hard for 5 months in preparation for the Winter Games competition, and their extra efforts have paid off once again. All athletes competed in 2 speed skating events, and each of them did extremely well in their individual events. We're here to recognize not only the athletes for their outstanding accomplishments, but also the coaches and chaperones for all their hard work and dedication that they continue to give each and every year, and for the entire team for doing a great job of representing Old Bridge Township. I'd like to call up now Coach Rich Antonazzi, who makes this all possible. Thank you so much. Coach is going to give out the remainder of the certificates, and we'll recognize all the athletes. Okay. This is for you.
Thank you. I just would like to take the opportunity to thank the council, thank the mayor, and thank everyone for recognizing the athletes again. We do this every year. It seems to be a habit with us, so we really appreciate all the efforts that and recognition that you do. This year we had one special thing that happened with our 17 athletes. We had one athlete that went to a different Special Olympic sport. He went to Turin, Italy, and represented us in the speed skating for the World Winter Games. Chris McMullen. So he won 3 medals there, gold, bronze, and a 4th place finish. So it was nice to go to a tour in Italy. I wouldn't know, I wasn't there, but it was nice. I want to also recognize the coaches and the chaperones who I couldn't do this without their help and support. Karen Lewicki is a big help to us as well. Allison Voss and Special Projects for Special Children. They're always there for us anytime we need funding or anything else. They're always there to support us. So it's a total team effort, and it speaks well for Old Bridge Township. First recognition, Dan Antonazzi. A bunch of our athletes are not here because there's something else going on at Camp Robin, so they're over at that event. This other one is for Coach Jen Antonazzi. I'll take her certificate. Another coach, Mike Senatiempo. I'll take his. And another coach, Matt Rosalie. Chaperone, Annette Antonazzi. Laura Chiaffi, she's not here with us. Claudia Puccio. And Rochelle Zeloff. These are the speed skaters.
I'll hit you one at a time so it's easier for you.
Sounds good. I like it easy. Yamaj. Two gold medals.
Wow, congratulations.
Tommy Antonazzi, gold medal in the 25 meters. He could skate, he could walk. Thank you. Shri Chawla, he won gold medal and the silver medal. He's not here. Gina Chiaffi, she won a gold medal in the 3,300 and the 100 meter for here. Thomas, he won in the gold medal in the in the 700 and 500. Robbie Liu, gold medal in the 3,000 and the 500. Sal Lupino, gold medal in the 3 and the 500. Dylan Madrid, first place and third place. Today's Dylan's birthday, too.
Happy birthday!
Chris McMullen, first place in the 500, first place in the 700. Paul Pantano, silver medal in the 3, silver medal in the 5. Joey Pilchuk, he won silver and the gold. He's not here. Christina, she won gold in the 500 and a gold in the 7. She's not here. Stephanie was in 5th place in the 3 and 1st place in the 500. She's not here. Avery Richardson, one of our new guys. Silver in the 5, silver in the 7. Want to give you a speech, Avery, or no? Jimmy Smith, 4th place and 2nd place. Thank you, Jimmy. Great job.
Thank you, Reggie.
Isabella, she won gold in the 3, a gold in the 500. She's not here. Bobby V, first place in the 25 and in the 100.
Wow, congratulations.
And the last one is Mark, he's not here. First place in the 300 and first place in the 500, Mark Zeloff. That's it.
Yep.
Sure. Thank you so much, really appreciate it.
I just want to thank all the coaches and the parents for all you do. Just really appreciate it. And we're really so proud. Every year they come and they win medal after medal. It's amazing.
And make Goldbridge proud.
Yes, they do.
Well done.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Great seeing all of you again. Have a great spring and summer.
Darren's on my case. He's helping me. He's a perfectionist.
You-
You should see his house, what he makes his wife do, it's unbelievable.
Okay, approval of minutes, resolution approving executive session council meeting minutes of January 28th, February 11th, February 25th, and March 11th. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes. Bill list, Mr. Garcia.
Yes, thank you. Bill list as of April 22nd, 2025. Accounts payable, April 22nd, 2025, $12,985,045.98. Payroll, April 11, 2025, $1,266,134.58. Payroll overtime, April 11, 2025, $49,022.56. That completes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Anna, may we have a breakdown of the overtime, please?
Yes. We did not have any major upticks in the 411 payroll. The sworn police overtime for this time was $36,521.95. Deduct grants, $11,828.91. Deduct ETO, $2,330.93 for a total of $22,362.11, which was 415 men and women hours. We have 2 officers on light duty, 1 injured on duty, and we also welcomed a new officer, Eric Mansa, on April 16th, who you will get to meet at a future council meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Glad to hear another new officer for Old Bridge. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. De Palma.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yeses.
Next will be ordinances for second reading. H1, ordinance amending Chapter 250 of the Code of the Township of Old Bridge entitled Old Bridge Township Land Development Ordinance by amending 250-12 entitled Pre-Application. Do I have a motion and a second?
Move it.
Okay, I'd like to now have a motion to open it to the public. Moved by Mr. Asatuli, second by, excuse me, Councilman De Palma. Do I have anyone in the public who wishes to be heard on H1? Seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion to close the public portion.
Move it.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes. Is there anyone on council who wishes to be heard about H1? Anyone on my left? No? Anyone on my right? Okay, seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion to approve H1.
Move it.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yeses.
H2, ordinance amending Chapter 250 of the Code of the Township of Old Bridge entitled Old Bridge Township Land Development Ordinance by amending 250-104 entitled Fees and 250-105 entitled Professional Review Fees and Escrow. Do I have a motion?
Motion?
Second.
Okay, moved by Mr. Asatuli, second by Mr. De Palma. And now I need a motion to open to the public.
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. De Palma. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to be heard on H2? Seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion to close public.
Move it.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes. Is there any questions from council? No? On left, on the right? No? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yeses, motion carries.
Okay, H3, ordinance amending Chapter 10 of the Code of the Township of Old Bridge entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Section 10-15 of the Township Code regarding multi-way stop intersections. Do I have a motion?
Move it. I'll move it.
Okay, second?
Second.
All right.
Okay,
Moved by Councilman Desai,
okay, all right.
second by Councilman
All right.
Asatuli.
Okay, I need a motion to open it to the public, please.
I'll move it.
Second.
Okay, so moved by Garcia, Councilman Garcia, second by Mr. Asatuli. Have a roll call, please.
Councilman Asatuli,
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro,
Yes.
Councilman De Palma,
Yes.
Councilman Desai,
Yes.
Councilman Garcia,
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes. Anyone in the public wish to come up and be heard on H3, come forward, please. Good evening.
Press the microphone, sir.
Just so we can hear you, please. Thank you, Stu. Okay?
Wait.
Wait.
You got to turn it on.
It's got to go green. Ah, there you go. You're good.
Thank you. I'm here concerning Spring Hill Road and Old Mill Road. Traffic is getting unbearable there, but not only that, the speed limit's 40, nobody goes 40, they're going 60. And also you have dead spots off of Old Mill Road both ways, so when you come out Old Mill Road, you have to look to your left By then, it could be too late to get out. So I suggest we lower the speed limit, at least 20, 25. They're still going to go 40 miles an hour. It doesn't matter. And a four-way stop would be a lot better,
Okay.
okay?
Yep, no, I appreciate your input. You've been there a long time, so obviously,
Yes.
you've
I
seen the
see.
changes, and I'm glad that you came forward. It's good to have the residents come and give their input on things like
Give me
this.
the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to be heard on this? Seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion to close public. Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
I'm sorry, yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman-
I concur with
Yes.
Mr. Burman for the speed limit on Spring Hill Road.
Yeah, we're just going to close the public portion first, and then you can speak, okay?
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes. Okay, now, Mr. Desai, would you like to speak?
I live in this neighborhood right around the corner. And in March, there were almost 10 accidents. 9 was minor, 1 was very major. And I think I talked to business administrator in detail on this thing. The reason, because I travel Spring Hill Road all the time, so reason increasing traffic going to the new Glenwood and ShopRite. People come from 516, make a left of Spring Hill, and then make a left on Old Mill and Shoemeister. Now, if you see the topography of the road, Spring Hill at Cottrell, and then it goes up. So by the time you approach the Old Mill intersection, you don't see much unless you reach to the point. So my suggestion, beside the four-way stop, which Anna told me the county already have approved, so it will take time, I understand, but at the same time, I request council to consider lowering speed limit from 40 to 25. And I have a neighbor who lives right at that intersection. Her name is, Joanne Murphy Wickberg. And she has mentioned also the same thing, the reason we have to reduce the speed limit. And I live there, so I know this situation. So I request all my fellow council people just to reduce, I know it is a procedure, it will take time, but reduce the speed limit from 40 to 25 so we don't lose any life or property. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Anyone else on my left? Mr. De Palma.
Can we just say something about that? That's a county road, and the county has to agree with that. We will go to them. We went to them about the four-way. We actually wanted a light there, but they're going to go with the four-way stop for now, and we'll see if that works out. We agree with the speed too, but the county has to okay that. It's going to have to go through the county.
And I
We agree that
appreciate-
traffic has been horrific. They've had some bad accidents there, and we've been working with the county, and this is pretty quick for them to agree to put a stop sign, four-way stop sign there.
Yeah, and I appreciate business administrator effort. When I call her, by that time she said it's county, they talk to county and county has approved four-way stop. So I would request one more time, let's go back to county and request the speed limit. And I'm sure they will understand the situation.
Absolutely. Our engineering team, Nicole Shapiro, Fred Kish, we met with the county several times regarding Old Mill and Spring Hill, as well as Marlborough Road and Southwood that we voted on a few months ago. We will certainly bring back the speed. I know that was a concern based on the traffic study also that they did, and based on the police reports that we got regarding the accidents, speed was definitely a factor in a few of those accidents. So our engineering team will go back to the county, say, okay, great, we got the four-way stop sign, can we do anything with the speed? And we'll see, what we're able to do. So we'll keep you all
And also
posted.
one more thing which it comes to my mind right now. It's very dark neighborhood because there is no street light there. So if we can request JCPL to put a couple of street light at the intersection so people know what's going on. That's a request.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Anyone else? Mr. De Palma.
I just wanted to thank Anna and engineering on getting on top of it. I know this has been a complaint that a number of us probably have gotten phone calls and emails on. I know social media people have voiced their displeasure there. I just wanted to thank you guys for the speed of getting this done, as well as the Marlborough Road one as well. Thank you.
Yeah, for working with the county, this went very quickly.
Okay, anyone else?
Is there a time frame for the four-way stop sign? Is there a time frame that must be in place before they would consider putting a light? I mean, lowering the speed?
No, there isn't. We'll talk to
the
them and
speed,
see.
no.
The speed could be probably done faster, but we'll see if that's something they
I'm
would
just thinking
consider.
maybe the four-way stop sign may work, and they may say, well, we have something in place, there's no accidents, let's leave that in place.
We'll have to see. They probably want to do a little bit of a traffic study once the four-way stop sign is in. You know, and just like Marlborough Road and Southwood Drive, once they're ready, and Fred, please correct me if I'm wrong, once they're ready to implement those stop signs there, there'll be at least a two-week notice to the area. We'll put, you know, warning, the signal, the message boards, sorry, I can't think of words today. The message boards will be put out at least 2 weeks in advance to alert, you know, people in the area that a new traffic pattern will be coming, and we'll do the same thing on Southwood, and, I mean, on Old Mill and Spring Hill Road. So I know that's gonna be difficult, especially when you come off of 34. You kind of, right? Fred, can you come up and just speak about that area, please? Thank you. This is Fred Kish, our Assistant Township Engineer, Nicole, today.
Okay.
I had to, he's here. I'm not gonna waste his time.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so the stop signs will probably be installed in probably like maybe 2 more weeks, 2 or 3 more weeks. Let's see what happens. If there's still a lot of accidents, they're gonna have to do a study. And the study is gonna have to be basically to see what is the speed everybody's traveling. And then they could probably try to reduce the speed limit, but it's not really gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, is to reduction of the speed limit. I think the stop sign will work, though. So let's go one step at a time, and we'll get there. If we have to go to the next step, we'll go to the next step.
Have you noticed that, not the stop sign, there's those signs that when you go close, they say the speed limit, and it goes 47, 37, 25. I don't know, does that work better? Because did they test that? Because when I see it, when people see it, you see the brakes go on, right? You see that there's one in the audience going, yep. When they see you go 47, they go, wait a second, and then they drop down to 25 and they stop.
There's also an opposite to that, right? So it will shut off at 15 miles an hour over the speed limit. So if you go over, you're going to shut it off. So it's a game. I know some people would just like to step on the gas and see if they can shut it off. I used to do it. But
This is your last meeting, Fred.
Thanks for coming down.
But that's not going to, people are going to drive what the road gives them.
Correct.
Right? So if you're on the, let's say the turnpike, you're going to drive what the road allows you. If there's a lot of bends in the road, you're going to slow down. This road, it has a little bit of a bend, it has a blind spot, and that's the cause of all this problem. And that blind spot is really set for 40 miles an hour. It's right there. If somebody goes 50 miles an hour, that's an accident. And that's the problem. So if we put the stop sign there, it should stop that.
And when the stop signs are installed there, as well as Marlborough and Southwood Drive, we'll make sure to have police presence in those areas for the first few weeks to enforce that. You know, we got to get people in the habit to know that they're there, so.
And they're going to put up BMS signs so people know that there's a traffic pattern. Because if you live in a neighborhood, you're going to say, okay, I drive this road every day, and you're going to go through the stop sign. You are. So hopefully, after a couple of times of go into that intersection, you'll say, oh, there's a sign, I'm going to stop, and it'll work.
Maybe we could get the flashing ones on Spring Hill,
Ask,
because that's where the
Yeah.
speeding comes from.
right,
I mean, I've been traveling that road for almost 40 years, and
me too.
it's always been dangerous, so I'm very careful when I go there, because
Yeah.
I know, but I think a lot of the new people moving here don't realize how dangerous the intersection is.
Right.
I'm a little leery of putting the flash and stop because it's new. It's a new system. And in the MUTCD, they don't really define when you should put that flash and stop in. I feel that it's in one of those areas where there's a lot of pedestrian traffic and that type, but I don't really have that much knowledge on when you put that in, and MUTCD doesn't either. So it's difficult to say, okay, I'll put that, because once we do it in that area, we're going to be doing it again, and we're going to be doing it again.
We have them on a few dangerous intersections.
Yeah, we do.
We have them in several, we picked the most dangerous intersections, and we put,
Yeah, just to
they
get
seem
people,
like successful.
yeah,
If,
it's,
that could be the next step.
Yes.
The next step.
yes,
with
well,
the
that's why he
four-way
was saying
stop.
it's dark. So if you have the
Because it's very dark there, yes.
solar,
Because it
solar
warns you in
stop
advance,
signs,
there's a
they're bright,
stop ahead, it's flashing, and you could see it in the
be
distance.
out more.
That would probably be the next step, to the four-way stop. We have to do this in steps. And so we're going to do the four-way stop, and if it doesn't work, then maybe we do the flashing. Maybe we do flashing on both sides of the road. It's,
Want to get people's attention, that's
Yeah.
that's the key, that they're going to notice it and say, oh, it's a stop sign.
the whole thing is, they don't want to do a traffic signal. The traffic signal will solve it, but you have to go through all these steps before you could do a traffic signal.
You have to
because
justify as you
There's
go
not
along.
enough cars traveling on the roadway. They did a traffic study, and there wasn't enough cars.
Right,
So we have to go through the steps.
yeah. We just thought if some of that, if the illumination, since it is a little dark, maybe would, get people to see it and realize that there's a stop coming,
And the same thing like with streetlights.
Because in the dark, like, if it's kind of dark over there, it's going to come upon them so suddenly, stop,
So
That was my only thought.
what we first did was we realigned Old Mill Road, right? So when people look at that, it's not like the one road it's going off this way. We realigned it, we sort of made it narrower, sort of like a road diet, sort of will force a person to stop, try to force a person.
Well, yeah, it's a deterrent, sure.
But I can't make the person stop if somebody goes through it and causes an accident. I did look at all the accident reports, and it looked like everybody stopped. That's what they said to the police officer. There was one accident report that really stuck out, and that was one of our consultants who was in town every day, and he's a retired police officer. He was one of those people in the accident report. So I called him, and I said, what happened? And he told me he looked left, looked right, and he went. And the person coming down
Flying,
was flying. He said, in hindsight, he should have looked left again,
yeah.
but he didn't.
Right. Well, that's what we're saying with the lights. If they see those lights, maybe that would be, as you're flying down, all of a sudden you see this, you see this, the blinking lights. It would make you kind of slow up a little bit,
The problem is they're not going to see the blinking light until they're in it too late. So what I did is I did an analysis. I did, what's the sight distance from that intersection?
Right.
So you basically go back like 14 feet from the traveled way, and you look at around 450 feet. And I did that 450-foot line, and it was right in line with the fence at 21 Old Mill. They have like a solid fence. It was right in line, like not even an inch. It was right there. So if the person's going faster than 40 miles an hour, it doesn't make it. It doesn't.
Things might be good. The traffic is fast, and maybe they can change it so it doesn't black out if somebody's going quick. So it doesn't black out if someone's going quick. as Anita was just saying, if they see the light, you're gonna slow down before that stop sign, right? If you see it going 50, then 40, then 30, then
Yeah, okay.
That makes
I
sense.
agree with that.
Yeah.
So right now, with that's on the county road.
Yeah.
So the county
Yeah,
is
we
doing
do have to consider that.
the stop ahead sign. So they're gonna be putting in the stop sign and the stop ahead. If that becomes an issue, maybe we replace that stop ahead with the speed limit sign. That could, we have.
It's
to
gonna be
go
a
through
process,
the
yes.
I test everything to see what we're, I get it.
Yeah.
I see so many people when they see that, Fred, they slow down immediately. It's like, I think that even New York, we do, because it goes 50, and all of a sudden you see the brakes hit as soon as that thing drops. I see it all the time, especially on Logan Mill Road.
Okay,
You see it, I'm like, pretty cool, and I go behind him and I see him completely stop and I look at that sign.
all right. So
Thank you,
That
Fred.
could be the next step.
All right, well, thank you, Fred, for all the information and all the, definitely all the investigation that you did. It's very appreciated. It really is. Thank you.
Thanks, Fred.
Go ahead.
I happened to be there that day. I arrived an hour after I went to Schulmeister's farm, and luckily, they have that guardrail. If not, the car would have been in the house. That's right on the corner there. And you did have a very quick response explaining things and what the plan was going forward, and I know that she was very satisfied with that. They did move quick to paint stop ahead on the intersections on Old Mill Road. It is unfortunate that people speed and coming off of 34 going west, to get to the shopping center, that's, really a problem. There's always is a complication when there's a county road involved with it, but working together and saving lives is what it's all about. So I know that we're heading in that direction to improve the intersection, and hopefully people just slow down and be aware. I can tell you there are certain intersections when this town, you don't change where the roads are. I mean, the roads are where they are. But I know when my daughter was getting her license, I drove around town. I said, you never go on these roads. I don't care if it's longer, you go other ways. And that's how it, I had to explain to her, no matter how careful you think you are, the other person may not be. So just everyone slow down, be safe, and that we are working to make that better. But I know by the way that car went, if there was not that guardrail, they would have been in the house. And if you look at the guardrail, it's been damaged so many times. So thank you for your attention given to this.
Okay, we're very good, and again, we reiterate, thank you to administration, Anna, the mayor, everyone for working, Fred, the police, to try to make this a safer intersection. So it is definitely being addressed, so everyone out there, be aware, you're gonna have some changes in the road pattern over there. So I'd like to ask for a roll call, please. For the, I'm sorry, motion?
Move it.
Motion to adopt, okay.
Dr. Greenberg-Bella.
Mr.
Second by Mr. De Palma. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro? Yes. Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg-Belli? Yes. Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yes, and motion carries.
Okay, ordinance, first reading FR1, ordinance adopting the amended redevelopment plan for the area at the intersection of Jake Brown Road and US Highway 9 and White Oak Lane and Jake Brown Road. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg-Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
No.
Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
No.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg-Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes. FR2, ordinance,
Sorry,
oh,
public hearing set for May
yes, I'm
13th,
sorry.
2025. That was 5 yeses.
and what was the date for the? May 13th, okay. All right, next is FR2, ordinance amending Chapter 250 of the Code of the Township of Old Bridge entitled Old Bridge Township Land Ordinance, Land Development Ordinance by amending 250-50 entitled Accessory Buildings and Structures.
Move it.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg-Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses, public hearing set for May 13th, 2025.
Okay. Next will be our consent agenda. I'd like a motion and a second, and then I'll bring it back for separation.
Second.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. De Palma.
Councilman Asatuli, any items for separation?
No, thank you.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
C6, please.
C6. Councilman DePalma.
No, thank you.
Councilman Desai.
No, thanks.
Councilman Garcia.
No, thank you.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
No, thank you.
And Council President Sohar.
No, thank you. Okay, next, so we'll vote on the balance without the C6.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
And Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses.
Okay, C6, Mrs. DeCaro.
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to highlight this, this resolution regarding the shared service between the Township and the Board of Education. And, just make note that there are some times where shared services are on the behalf of the Board of Education. Like in this case, it's with the Township using the buildings. And then other times it's the Board of Ed using Township services. And I think it's a wonderful thing. And those are the reasons, those are the things that when I bring up getting the Board of Education and the Township Council or administration together to work together regarding just general services, needs, because we're all doing this for the taxpayers. The taxpayers are the ultimate people that that's where the buck stops with them. And that's why I always urge for, collaboration between the Board of Education and the Township. So I just wanted to highlight this as one of the shared services that are between the Township and the Board of Education. That's all. Thank you.
Do I have a motion? Move it. Second. Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman DePalma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
And Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses.
Next will be our report of the Township Clerk.
So, moving forward, early voting will be held at the Richard Cooper Civic Center located in the Township Complex. In person, early voting will be held from Tuesday, June 3rd to Sunday, June 8th. The hours of operation are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Vote by mail ballots will be mailed out by the County Clerk's Office starting Thursday, April 24th, to all residents that have requested a mail-in ballot. Also, moving forward, Ward 2, District 3, and Ward 2, District 5, whose polling location was at the Old Bridge High School, will now move to the McDivitt School along with Ward 4, District 8. McDivitt School is located at 1 Manny Martin Way in Old Bridge.
Okay, thank you. And anyone have any comment for the clerk? Okay, I'll take a motion to accept her report.
Second.
Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. De Palma.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli? Yes. And Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yeses.
Next will be Township Attorney report.
Nothing to report, Madam President. Thank you.
Okay, next will be our administrative report. Anna?
Thank you. I have a few items, so bear with me. Number one, National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, celebrating the nation's 911 heroes. From April 13th to April 19th, we proudly celebrated National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week to honor the 911 professionals who serve as frontline responders during crisis. In 2024, our Old Bridge dispatchers fielded approximately 62,000 calls. On behalf of Chief Montagna, the Old Bridge Police Department, and the Old Bridge administration, we extend our deepest gratitude to our dispatchers for their unwavering dedication sacrifices, and tireless commitment to ensuring public safety for the residents of Old Bridge. 2024 Annual Drainage Contract. On February 27, 2025, at 1 p.m., bids were received, open, and read in public for the 2024 Annual Drainage Improvement Program Contract Number 2025-37. Bids from 14 contractors were received and opened, with Fernandez Constructions, Inc. as the lowest bidder. The engineer's estimate was $422,817 for drainage improvements on the following roads: 10 Foreign Court, Woodsend Drive, Woodshore East, Kristen Court, Winding Brook Drive, Cheesequick Road, Margaret Street, Ponderosa Lane, Willow Drive, and Texas Road. The project is anticipated to start in late spring 2025 and is estimated to take 90 calendar days. Draft 2025-2029 5-year consolidated plan and 2025 annual action plan. Old Bridge Township is preparing a draft 2025 through 2029 5-year plan and 2025 annual action plan for the fiscal year 2025 CDBG program. These plans address and contain Old Bridge's housing and non-housing needs, objectives, proposed projects, and other required statements, which will be available during the period of May 15 through June 15, 2025, for review and comments. Residents may submit their comments by mail, email, telephone, or in person, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Comments will be accepted until April 30th, 2025. The plan will be available for public inspection during regular township hours at the Office of the Business Administrator and online at oldbridge.com/projects. On April 30th, 2025, a public hearing will be held on the 2025-2029 5-year consolidated plan and the 2025 annual action plan at 1 p.m. in the Old Bridge Township Administration Building located at 1 Old Bridge Plaza, Old Bridge, New Jersey, 08857, on the second floor in Conference Room 217. Interested parties may attend the hearing and present their comments on the draft plan. If you live in Old Bridge, own your home, and your total gross annual household income falls below the HUD income limit for your household size, you may qualify to participate in the Old Bridge Home Improvement Program. Applying is completely free. The funds are provided as an interest-free deferred loan with no monthly payments required. Your project will be monitored by professional inspectors, and the loan is only payable upon the sale or transfer of the property title. For more information, please visit oldbridge.com/home improvement program. Medicine Take-Back Event. Turn in your unused or expired medication for safe disposal at the Medicine Take-Back event on Saturday, April 26th at the Municipal Complex from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It will be a drive-up and drop-off event. EpiPens, inhalers, injectables, syringes, and intravenous solutions will not be accepted. Old Bridge Day Earth Day Celebration. The Old Bridge Cultural Arts Committee will host a free Earth Day celebration on Saturday, April 26th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Township Civic Center. There will be nature workshops, crafts, vendors, food trucks, and entertainment. For more information, please visit oldbridge.com/culturalarts. Spring Curbside Television Pickup. There will be a township-wide TV pickup on May 6th and May 8th. This service is available by appointment only and applies exclusively to televisions of any kind and size. Full details can be found at oldbridge.com/recycling. Parks and Recreation Summer 2025 brochure and registration. The Summer 2025 brochure is now available online. Registration for summer classes, half-day summer camp, and Camp Robin Summer Camp will start on May 6th at 6 p.m. Please have your Rec Desk account set up prior to registering. For more information, please visit oldbridge.com/recreation or call the Parks and Rec Department at 732-721-5600, extension 4999. Second quarter tax payments. The Township Division of Tax Collection will be open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. during the second quarter tax collection period. The tax office will also be open on Saturday, May 3rd, 2025, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and on Monday, May 12th, from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Payments can be made in person at the tax office at the drop box located near the front doors of the Thomas J. English Administration Building, by mail, online through our website, and by signing up for automatic withdrawal. For homeowners who are enrolled in our automatic withdrawal program, your taxes will be withdrawn on or about May 5th, 2025. For additional information, residents should contact the Old Bridge Division of Tax Collection at 732-721-5600, extension 2999. Number 10, the Memorial Day Parade. The Old Bridge Township Memorial Day Parade will take place on Monday, May 26th at 9 a.m. It will start at Lawrence Parkway and Eli Avenue. For more information, please visit our website at oldbridge.com/recreation or call the Parks and Rec Department at 721-5600, extension 4999. And I do have one additional item for tonight. I'll ask Casey to please come up. So as you can see on your right here, you might have to lean in a little bit. Our Veterans Banner Program officially is going to be kicking off. So I'm going to have Casey give you a little bit more information on that really quickly and answer any questions you may have.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. This is a really proud moment for myself and the township, that we're going to be kicking off the Hometown Heroes Banner Program. It's going to go live April 28th. So at oldbridge.com/hometown heroes, all the information about the qualifications to apply for it and the payment information will be there for everybody. In addition to that, we're going to have staff at the excuse me, the pollen's starting to kick in. We're going to have staff at the 5K with some literature for everybody. So a lot of people are going to be out at that event. So, you could go up and talk to Barbara and Donna there, and they'll be glad to explain the program further. I was able to buy the first banner, and it's our demo. It's my grandfather. He was a proud World War II veteran. And we're going to display that in the lobby until we get our first batch of banners to install, and then we're going to have another banner in the lobby so the residents can get more information on it. Excellent. Thank you so much.
I want to thank Casey for all his hard work. I came to him with this idea about a year ago, and he took it on, and he made it happen. And I'm so happy. I think this is going to look wonderful throughout our whole town. Hopefully, eventually, all our areas out here, down Lawrence Harbor Parkway, in the town, we're going to try to put them where the people lived. It's going to be great. I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Casey.
This concludes my report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Anna. Does anyone have a question or a comment on Anna's administrative report? Okay, Dr. Greenberg?
So I just have one question. So I saw the 2024 annual drainage contract included Texas Road. Texas Road's a county road, is that correct? In that section?
There's exactly, some areas of it are county and some are not, correct. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so my question is, does the whole road need a drainage project? Is the county working with you and, Okay, I just didn't know how extensive the project was, or,
Basically, when you enter Old Bridge, there's a...
Yeah. Fred, why don't you go?
At home. Oh, Fred, you're getting your workout tonight.
You got backup this time, buddy. So basically, in the Old Bridge section of Texas Road, when you enter into Old Bridge from Monroe, there's always been a rough patch of roadway. We've repaired it multiple times, and working with engineering, we found that there's a water issue that keeps causing issues with the roadway. So engineering was able to come up with a plan, and then we're going to pave that section. So the residents driving down Texas will have a nice, smooth road.
thank you for that explanation, so I understand.
Thank you, Casey.
You're my support.
You're the wingman, okay. You're the wingman, all right. Does anybody else have a question on Anna's report?
I just, one last thing, so did you want to mention about the mayor's run this?
Yes, I didn't have it in my report because we've had it and it is coming up this week. I believe registration is full, but please, it's going to rain most likely, and last year rained, and we ran in the rain. But yes, if you are able to come support the runners, the walkers, please come out this week. Looks like our registration was just as good as it was last year, so we'll keep going. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Anyone else have a question? No? Okay, seeing no hands, I'll ask for a motion.
Move it.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. Asatuli.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
7 yeses.
Okay, next will be public comment on any subject matter for a maximum period of 3 minutes.
The public comment portion of our meeting is to allow the public to bring to the council's attention their comments or concerns. This section is open for any topic or items in the consent agenda. In accordance with NJSA 10:4-12A and the Old Bridge Rules of Council, the council asks the public to limit their comments to 3 minutes or less. Only one member of the public shall approach to speak to council at a time. The council will respect the public's time by refraining from any comment until the speaker is finished with their allotted time. Should be further noted that the public comment portion of our meeting is not structured as a question and answer session. If a member of the public has questions they seek answers to, an appointment can be made with the corresponding department's office during regular business hours. Township clerk will regulate the time during the comment portion of your meeting. As you approach the mic, please state whether you are a resident of Old Bridge and your name, no addresses.
Thank you. Is there anyone here in the public this evening? Okay, good evening.
Hi, council members, town. My name is Michael. I'm a resident here in Old Bridge. I'd like to speak to you about what I've been speaking to you for the last year, just provide more information. Looking to put a dispensary in town. I know there have been challenges, and I want to talk to the perception of what's going on. One thing I failed to do, and that's probably a fail on my behalf, is not speak to what the New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission is. And I take it right off their website, so please forgive me as I read. It's the governing body responsible for regulating the medicinal and recreational cannabis industries in New Jersey. So responsibilities: writing and enforcing regulations for cannabis businesses, reviewing and approving license applications, ensuring compliance with social equity initiatives in the cannabis industry, protecting consumer safety and ensuring patient access to medicinal marijuana, and working with municipalities and other stakeholders to implement regulations. So this is the group that bodies from New Jersey, has directors and everything in between, that overlooks not just dispensaries, but growing facilities, as well as working with the towns. Providing more context and information, sorry. The marijuana legalization amendment was voted on in November of 2020 by voters in New Jersey. It went into effect January 1st of 2021. The points that I really do want to take away is 60% of every county in New Jersey voted yes to legalizing marijuana in a in recreational manner. Middlesex County, 60%, with 221,484 votes for yes, 131,000 plus for no. The Assembly vote, 49-24, Senate was 24-16. It's a lot of numbers. One last number I'll throw out. New Jersey last year in cannabis sales did $1.1 billion in New Jersey alone. That is extra tax money to the state. There's extra tax money to this community. And that is truly where it falls. It's business that we're looking to grow, which I've heard this council say, we need to grow, we need to insinuate that we're trying to embrace what's growing, what's continuing. This is a regulated area of sales, highly regulated, and I would be inclined to answer any questions that anybody on this board or anybody in the community may have, as I've done my homework through and through, and I like to consider myself somewhat of a subject matter expert somewhere in life. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to be heard? Good evening.
Good evening. Hi, my name is Paul Moravec, and I am a resident of Old Bridge. I was here a couple of weeks ago. First, I wanted to thank Ms. Feltz. She promptly followed up the very next day, and we started working on some of the issues surrounding the tree ordinance. So I know it's going to take some time to resolve these issues, but I'm happy and I feel like we're moving in the right direction. So thank you for that. Tonight, I just wanted to finish up my notes since I was a little bit wordy last time and I got cut off, and some of my thoughts surrounding the ordinance. Because of what's happened and transpired on my neighboring property, I do have some thoughts about some potential amendments and changes. And I know the town's looking at some of these things. So here were 3 things that I thought about. And I reviewed these with Gary Lavallo, and he thought maybe these might give him a little more teeth when he's trying to enforce the ordinance. Number 1 is appropriate, update the language to make it clear that an owner has to have a comprehensive plan that's required for the property before a permit's issued for tree removal, or they'll be in violation and subject to a fine. 2, prohibit the ability to use the exemptions section for those that do not abide by the ordinance. In the case on the property near me, they only ended up having to pay an additional fee of $9,000 versus if they would have had to pay for everything they cut down, it would have been over $40,000. I think that may have been and maybe enough for him to think twice about doing something like that. And then 3, put something in there to require a restoration of a property within a certain time frame and define what restoration means, so that if they don't do that, perhaps put even a daily fine so that the properties get brought back to a good condition within a reasonable time. And that's it. Finally, although it's not expected, I'd be happy to be a resident participant on any of these committees where you're discussing this. I'm a local realtor, and so I understand properties. Back in the 90s, I worked on a township financial advisory committee along with Mayor Barbara Cannon, Himanshu Shah. We actually went through your budget just like you were doing last week. We spent months, and then we put together a report talking about potential efficiencies that the town could have. So, I'm not just a resident. I really do care for this town. I wanted you to know that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to be heard this evening? Seeing no hands, then I will close public portion.
Madam President, just if I could comment on the last speaker. I had an opportunity to speak to him after the last meeting and review the relevant code section. I think, and also speak to Mr. Lavallo. I think some of the issues that were pointed out, actually, they're there in the ordinance. I think it's a matter of how it's enforced and the provision. So I had discussions with Mr. Lavallo explaining, it's very specific what needs to be followed and what doesn't need to be followed. Well, I don't want to get into the particulars of this gentleman's case because it's active and things are going to happen. But the last point that he brought up may be something that be included. The daily fines, that provision exists as well, but depending on the type of work that's being done, there is some restoration typically required, but we can look at that one. But the first 2 points are there. It's a matter of being enforced in the appropriate way, and I've had a discussion with Mr. Lavallo about that. All right, and we have put a game plan together. He knows what we have to do, so we'll be executing the game plan.
All right, very good. So it is a work in progress.
Thank you.
Okay? And thank you for all your comments. They're very well taken. We appreciate residents that, want to help and be part of the process here. Thank you very much. To council member comments.
Councilman Asatuli.
Yes. Good evening, Old Bridge family. Last night's fire at Madison Arms Apartments broke our hearts. It was homes lost and families were displaced. I know it hurts deep and we all can feel it, and my prayers go out to everyone involved and their families. It's a very sad event. We're everyday folks, coaching at Menino Park, grabbing coffee at Wawa. But our firefighters, police, neighbors, Red Cross showed up, saving lives and sharing love. I'm truly thankful for them, all of you. As a dad, I want my girls in a strong Old Bridge. Let's honor those hit and keep lifting each other up. We are grit and we are heart. And I thank you for all that you guys have done. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Thank you, Kate. So I'd like to just address some of the resident comments first. First of all, Paul Morvac? Morvac, yeah. I'm glad you came again. I appreciate it. And again, I'm always, Anna, Ms. Feltz is always very good at reaching out. So, I knew that would happen. Would you be able to send those notes that you have? Because to Mr. Rosselli's point, I wanted to kind of compare the ordinance that we have now to your suggestions, like to his point, some of it is already on there. So I was just curious, I just wanted to kind of compare. So would you be able to send council your notes of what you have? Would that be okay?
If you email them to me, I'll share them. I was actually going to email you tomorrow morning to have them sent. So.
Oh, perfect. There
Yep.
you go. Okay.
Thank you.
Same wavelength.
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much. Mike, thanks again for coming out. I know we spoke. I believe you did speak to other council members. For the record, I know it's a booming business, and I think it's a good business. I know that we do have it. There are businesses surrounding businesses here. And I know we spoke, and I told you I would have questions again afterwards. So the one thing that I was thinking about is really the location, and we could talk offline about this. And I know that you can't really come up with a location until you get the go-ahead. Yes?
No, you can't.
Okay.
No interaction.
Okay, so you do have a location?
You could speak to her after the
talk
meeting
off-
or, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that was the one thing, if it were to happen, it would have to be, in my opinion, it would have to be somewhere where children couldn't walk to, like on Route 9. And I believe you might have mentioned that that's where you wanted it to be, because really children can't walk there. That's not something that's like right in their face. So, I'm willing to work with you on that, so I just wanted to give you that comment. And all right, and that's really it on the council on the resident hearing of the residents. Also want to say, hope everyone had a wonderful Easter, wonderful Passover. Congratulations to the Special Olympic Award recipients. Always wonderful when they come in and receive their awards. Such a wonderful time for them, and so well deserved. And as was mentioned in the beginning of the meeting, condolences to on the death of Pope Francis. He will definitely be missed in the Catholic community. He was a wonderful pope, and may he rest in peace. For the residents affected by last night's fire, it's just what a devastating thing to have to go through. I went through that myself when I was living at home with my parents. We had a fire in our home, so I understand what it means. We talked about this, right, Mike? I understand what it means to lose everything that you have, and my heart goes out to the residents. I thank God that no one was seriously hurt, and I think there might have been some pets, which that also breaks my heart, but it could have been so much worse. So, and for that, I thank our first responders and our firefighters who came and acted swiftly. I believe it was a 4-alarm, Anna, 4-alarm, and they all were there, and they just really took care of it and did everything that they could to contain it. So my heart goes out to those people that were affected. And again, thank you to the first responders and the firefighters. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you very much.
Councilman DePalma.
Thank you, Kate. Just congratulations to our Special Olympic winners. Every year, it's a great thing to have them up here. They get bigger every year. They're getting more medals every year, going to Turin, which is fabulous. So congratulations on that. Obviously, prayers to all the families that are affected. It's not just the 4 folks that lost homes. There was also folks that are going to be displaced. Thankfully, there were no major injuries. Thank you to not only the Old Bridge volunteers, but the 4 or 5 other towns that also that came in response as well to help put out that fire. Without them, God knows what the damages could have been, or the potential loss of life could have been as well. And also, I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter and Passover with your loved ones. And most importantly, happy birthday to my daughter Brianna on turning 9. So this is keeping me from going to have cake. Just everyone keep that in mind, okay? Thank you.
Councilman Desai.
Congratulations to Special Olympic participants for winning so many medals. We all should be proud for their achievement. I just want to share with my esteemed colleague on a council my observation. Last year, I don't recall exactly which month, but last year, fire commissioner came to us and told that all speed bumps in neighborhoods should be removed. And they pushed it, and it was removed by many small developments. But now, they are looking other way. If you go in a Glenwood shopping center, you will see the speed bump there. So, why they are doing this? To people they are penalizing, and to business they are supporting. So I request to administration to look into it. I will find out exactly when they came, or minute will show. Because I was involved in my development, we had a speed bump, and I spoke at that time also why it was. Small children. But they didn't listen, they just ordered to remove it, and my development removed and put lots of money to remove those speed bumps. And now Glenwood, the big shot, can violate that rule. They said it's a rule for the safety of the fire truck, and I agree on that time. Thank you.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes, thank you. I want to congratulate the mayor and Anna and Casey. Casey, that's your grandfather up there. That's a great way of acknowledging him. That's perfect. So congratulations for you and your family. And all the local town heroes, they should be acknowledged. So I think it's a great thing. So thank you, Mayor, for bringing this up and having Casey follow through with, follow up with it. It's a great thing. Congratulations, Casey. That's all I have. Thank you.
Council Vice President, Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Okay. I do have to say, last night, it was very horrific, that fire at Madison Arms. But to see how the firemen, OEM, police, and first responders work together is incredible. What they did in the amount of time dealing with the tragedy, it's just incredible how there's really the professionalism and their expertise really shined. In spite of it being very sad to know that 4 apartments were destroyed, everything that someone owned in that is gone. As Jill DeCaro, Councilwoman DeCaro said, we all feel that the fact that no life, human life was lost is incredible, but it's just horrific how quick a fire can devastate an area. Losing pets and animals, it's very hard, So, we hope with time, with support from the community, Red Cross, everything will come together and they'll be whole again. It's always a bright light, always to see the special ed individuals come here with the achievements that they do is totally incredible, but really the dedication of the coaches, the volunteers, makes it all happen. And, that is so heartwarming to see that. At this time of year, with all the things going on, I hope people, when we talk about trees, I just enjoy the spring so much when you see everything coming to life again, riding around, seeing the colors, the blossoms, whether it's ornamental trees or flowers, the grass getting green again. So go outside. I think it will help you spiritually, mentally, and physically to take a walk. Just go around and just look what's going on. But I do have to talk about something that's very serious that's been going on. Never is there a time that it benefits spewing false information. And knowledge, correct knowledge, is so important for everyone. So when I read these things and people present them to me, whether they're on Facebook or whether even people are sitting on a board, it's incredible to me that someone can sit on a board and say something that's not true. So the fact is, when you go ahead and say that the reevaluation caused the financial distress at the Board of Ed by us not doing a reevaluation is totally absurd. It means that you know nothing about a reevaluation, you don't even know how they're done and why they're done, that we're getting blamed as a township that we didn't do a reevaluation. So you could go around to every town in the county, in the state. Are you blaming that they have a problem at their school financially because they didn't do a reevaluation, or they don't have a problem because they did do a evaluation? It's not true. And so it serves no one good, no one. It serves no one to dissipate false information. We do not determine as a township when a reevaluation is done. It is the Middlesex County Tax Board. This is a very lengthy process, and we're in the process of doing it now, and there's stages that have done. But there's no way by a reevaluation you're going to raise this taxes of $30 million. It's crazy. It also means that you don't understand how much is raised already in the municipality by taxation. Okay, so for me to expand on it, you'll say, oh, you're being political, you're just saying it. I would rather have our business administrator and our mayor speak to this, to correct it. And you have to learn about this instead of saying false information. It serves no one any good by doing this. So if you could just give us a little bit of
Just like to
input
say a
with this,
little, I think there's a lot of misinformation going out there about reevaluations. I don't think people really understand about it. So I'd like to read a little about this and then explain about it. Recent suggestions from some Board of Education members that Old Bridge should perform a reevaluation to somehow raise tax money to cover the Board of Education or any government agency's budgetary issues are both incorrect and moot. Incorrect, because reevaluations do not raise any tax money at all for any government agencies, nor do they cause any agencies to lose tax dollars. They are completely revenue neutral. When taxes are defined as the total amount of tax dollars paid by the township, residents as a whole, a reevaluation will have no effect on the budgets of the Board of Education, Old Bridge Township, or Middlesex County. If government agencies increase their annual budgets, they will raise and collect more tax dollars by having their individual tax rates increase, and the property taxes of individual property owners will increase accordingly. The suggestions are also moot, as Old Bridge has been under order from the Middlesex County Taxation Board to conduct a reevaluation, and we have already been working on this step of the process for 2 years. So just to make it clear, whatever we raise by taxation currently, the reevaluation cannot change that amount. So say my neighbor's taxes go up, mine might go down or stay neutral. As a whole, we're still going to collect the same amount. We are not, this reevaluation cannot make, the only way the taxes are going to go up if we change our tax levy. That's when we do our budgets. But if we reevaluate, it's not going to increase the amount we raise by taxation. So whoever's saying this doesn't know about reevaluations or budgets. And I just want to set the record straight. And we're going to do a presentation soon so people understand what's going to happen. It's revenue neutral, which means same amount's going to be raised by taxation no matter what happens.
Thank you for the explanation.
And we'll hopefully have, maybe on a Zoom, we could have our tax assessor and we could ask questions and you could explain, because he was here a few years ago and he explained it to us about the reevaluation, because some people's houses maybe they moved in maybe 40, 50 years ago, and they have a low evaluation, and then some people that moved in recently have a high. So it's just kind of trying to balance it, but somebody might end up paying more, somebody's gonna pay less, and somebody will pay the same. But at the end of the day, We still raise the same amount by taxation. It's not going to give the Board of Education or us or the county any more money or the fire districts.
Thank you so much for that explanation, and as you said, directing it, to our.
Well, it's upsetting to me that misinformation's getting out there to the public, and we've had to call some people, and explain it to them. And I hope they just stop spelling some falsehoods about this.
I wish they would focus on why this money was taken from the Board of Ed, but the sole person that is responsible for taking money is Governor Murphy. Democrat Governor Murphy took money from our school districts nonstop. It is non-sustainable when you keep on taking this money and then you give money to other districts. How is that fair? To keep on taking it. I can look at every district that he took money from. Why don't they go and complain to him? They went to complain. It's good to complain, but why did he keep on supporting him then? After the first time that he started taking, why did everyone rally against him? He's done it for 8 years. When you talk about the money that you want to have through taxation, through cannabis, another $1 million, like I should applaud that. What did he do with that money? He went from $36 billion budget to over 58, close to 60 billion. And how's any of our lives here better? What did he do with that money? We have no idea. That's why you should have an audit. We had a budget presentation. We had an audit. I am telling you, this is not right. There is something wrong when you raise more than $2 billion a year for every year that you're in office, and it doesn't improve anyone's life and only hurts us. Look how it's hurt. Board of Ed raised taxes nearly 9.9, let's just say 10%. How much more can we take a family here? And they made up the false thing, because we didn't reevaluate your house. So we reevaluate, your house is more. Are you going to, so when you sell your house, it's more. Is anyone selling their house to put their kid through public schools? This is just lunacy. So that's the other thing, spreading false information. I thank you again for making that explanation to everyone. I hope everyone understands it. If they don't understand it, I'm sure you'll be going over it again and again. The other thing that's going around, that we've destroyed the town by building. Let me tell you something. The building that was going on, as I said before, the development was approved more than 25 years ago, 30 years ago, in the 1990s, in fact. The state, I had brought this up multiple times. If you have a general development plan and you don't build in a certain amount of time, they should have to come back in front of the boards and redo it. Everything around it has changed, roadways, developments, and everything else. You have to take that into account. We are dealing right now with a state mandate of this fair share housing, where they don't come to the towns. Any of the towns they put this on. Look at the town, look at the roadways, look at the structure. They just say by looking on a map, the green spaces, you have to build that many. Do you realize that if the state comes in and they tell us we have to build 672 fair share housing, that means we have to build more, a builder's not just coming in and building these fair share housings, and they use these misnomers. Look at the rents. Go do an analysis yourself of all the rents in town. That means you'll have built 2,688 units more. So 2,688 plus 672 is 3,060 units. It's non-sustainable. This is going to be no longer the Garden State. It's going to be the concrete state. This is unacceptable. You have people on this board that are builders also. So why is a builder on a board? The state has a farmland preservation board. This is crazy. Think of this. They want you to preserve farmland. They don't give incentives. They don't help you to do that, but they demand you take your green space and you build houses. I think before coming to the town, the state should form a board with the farmland people and also with the builders, and see what comes out of that meeting first, and then come to us and tell you what we're supposed to do. But how do you dictate? How do you dictate what a community is supposed to do? To me, it's mind-boggling. So please, before you say things that are not true, everyone, research them, ask questions, go to the source, get the information. It's like, to me, so upsetting that you have to spend time and go backwards to explain all these things that they're not true when everyone buys into everything that they read on Facebook or people just say when they have no idea what they're talking about. If I don't know the answer, I always ask the professionals, the people who know it, and then I feel knowledge is power. And we have a responsibility up here as council to explain it and to understand it. And that's where we are today. So please pause on this before you say things that aren't true. And I thank you for your time, and get out and enjoy the spring. Thank you.
Council President Sohar.
Yes, thank you for your comments. I do want to mention one thing as far as last night is concerned and the tragedy. We all feel for the people that this happened to. But Dr. Greenberg is very humble. She was there. No, you were. It's okay. Yes, no, it's all right. You also. It was, and you did something very special, and not every one of us can do that. So I just wanted to say thank you to you as well, because you're not boastful and you're very humble. Thank you. And I think the residents know how good you are with the animals. That being said, I hope that we can, the people can rebuild their lives. It is a very, very big tragedy, and we are very, very sad about this episode. Special Olympics, fantastic. They always are. The Atanasi family, you can't even describe how they've been volunteers in this community their whole lives. I mean, I've been with them how many years and they are just fantastic. Given all the challenges that they have, they still find the time to reach out and share and help other children face some of these hurdles. And what a great job that they all do. The whole family, it's like one big family affair. So I was really so happy to see them. And Mayor, thank you, Anna, for straightening out a lot of things this week. It was a busy week for you guys. I mean, so many things going on. And you really do research. You go out and you find the facts. And that's what's important, because the residents need that. They need to know that you're here and you're providing good, solid information despite the media. So it'll come and go, the Facebook pages, the comments, the rumors. I mean, it's to a point where it's insanity. So hopefully that's also going to, calm down a little bit. I'm trying to think positive. But anyway, thank you all for all that you do. Everyone, first OEM last night, the police, the fire, the volunteers. One wonderful Old Bridge. We always are, and we always will be, despite anything that, comes our way. I think it's a town that really does pull together. Since this is our last meeting, April into May, we will be here after Mother's Day. So I want to also wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. And thank you all for being here for Old Bridge, really, all of you. It's just an amazing job that everyone does. Thank you. We're going to go into closed session? Yep. Okay.
We have a resolution to enter executive session for matters of collective bargaining agreements for the Old Bridge Captains Association, PBA Local 127A, and a litigation matter for affordable housing. We will be returning into open session to take a vote on a resolution when we're finished. Okay, need a motion?
Yes, I need a motion.
Move it.
And a second. Okay, moved by Dr. Greenberg. Belli, second by Mr.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli? Yes. Council President Sohar?
Yes.
Enter executive session at 8:59 PM. So we need a motion and a second to re-enter open.
Move it.
Reconvene, to reconvene. Move it, okay.
Second.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Mr. De Palma.
Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman De Palma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli? Council President Sohar?
Yes.
9:26 PM. Okay, we have a resolution ratifying and approving memorandum of agreement between the Township of Old Bridge and Old Bridge Captains Association, PBA Local 127A, 2025 through 2028. And I believe Mark says there.
Yeah, we're going to amend the last further resolved paragraph and add at the end after 127A the following, and are further authorized to execute the successor collective negotiated agreement upon receipt of an executed successor collective negotiated agreement from the Old Bridge Captains Association, PBA Local 127A.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses. Now we just need a motion to adjourn.
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman De Palma. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai. Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 9:27 PM.